is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirts, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about Mitchell Robinson. This is a guy that a lot of people feel that I did a classic on when I made a summer league analysis of him and I broke down his game. So if you want to check out that, check out my NBA rookie analysis breakdowns so you can see how I personally feel about him, plus me showing how he plays and why he will be special. Now, the reason why I made this video is because when I did my top 10 rookies, I did not have Mitchell Robinson in there because he came on a little late. But at the same time, I honestly think he still is one of the rookies. That's why he was in my top 15. The difference to me is he's getting more opportunity. He's getting more playing time. And it seems like David Fizdale is allowing him to be himself, which is important because he's a guy that still has to develop and get better in a lot of aspects of the game. But he can play. And the best way to earn minutes in the NBA is playing hard. And like I told you in that breakdown, that's his best attribute, just going full throttle, trying to rotate, trying to help, grabbing rebounds, running the fast break. He just plays with a lot of heart, and it's just so noticeable that it's impressive, especially for him to be young and want to get blocks and want to be a great rebounder. He really makes the value of his minutes important. Is like the guy is only getting 22 minutes in March, but he gives you 8 points, 9.4 rebounds, and 3 blocks a game in those minutes while still shooting 66% from the field. And then so far in April, the guy giving you 33 minutes, and now he's giving you a double-double almost, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 2.8 blocks, and 1 steal. So he's definitely showing you that he can be an anchor. Plus, he's 7'1". He's 7'1", 240. He's only 21 years old, and he's just now getting major playing time. And I personally think that that's the crazy part because when I seen him in summer league, he was one of the standout players. It seemed like he wanted it more than the other players, and he put a lot more maximum effort. It seemed like he really wanted to prove that he belonged in the NBA. He really wanted to prove that he can play, and he did it the right way. He played within the system. He played with his teammates, but when he had opportunities, he was dunking on people. He was out hustling people. He was fighting people, not in physical form, but for position, for rebounds. He just wanted it more than all the other players, probably in summer league, because I went to summer league last year and I was able to see all the rookies, and he was one of the top 5 rookies that stood out because he was just so great at literally outworking everybody. And that's how you become great, putting in the work and going out there and executing and performing it on the court. But Mitchell Robinson, his problem just has been his offense. He's not much of a scorer or not much of a guy. He's just a rim runner, a guy that can really run hard to the basket, finish around the paint, and catch lobs. But I think his ceiling is so high because of his age and because of his hustle. I think once he start adding a finesse game, if they allow him to do it, because he could become a DeAndre Jordan or a Rudy Gobert when they only really want you to dunk. But I see so much more potential in him because of his skill set, because of his athleticism and his size. I can see him being a more polished and well-rounded player. And for him to be able to give you 2.8 to 3 blocks a game and just now getting 33 minutes a game in April, and it's not even a full month because the season ends on Wednesday, it just shows you how high of a ceiling this guy really has. And the Knicks have something special with Mitchell Robinson. And I feel like he would have been a good fit with Porzingis. Obviously, they ended up getting rid of Porzingis, and I made that summer league video in the summer, not when they got, not, it was significantly before he got traded. But I just personally feel like Mitchell Robinson is one of the highlights of their season. Finally getting major minutes and showing why he deserved to be picked, and showing why a lot of people feel like he stole the show somewhat in summer league for the New York Knicks. But What I will say is when you look at this Knicks roster, you look at Alonzo Trier, you look at Kevin Knox, you look at Mitchell Robinson, and you look at the fact that they have a lot of cap space, plus they potentially can get the number one pick. This team is going to be very special if they can literally develop these players like they have been doing all season, giving them playing time. I have seen huge improvements from Knox. I have seen huge improvements from Mitchell Robinson because he used to foul out a lot, especially in college, especially in college and in summer league. And then you obviously got um, Alonzo Trier, who looks like a veteran, a rookie, and a vet, being able to do multiple things. But I definitely wanted to tell you guys that Mitchell Robinson, if he would have got more minutes and more playing time earlier in the season, he would have definitely been one of the top 10 rookies, especially how he closed the season. If he would have got the type of minutes that he's getting right now, he would have been able to literally be all rookie first team. And I can't say that about a lot of players, but when you look at October, 14 minutes. When you look at November, 18 minutes. When you look at December, he only has 17 minutes again. And obviously in January, he had 17 minutes. And then in February, he got 23 minutes, and he was able to give you 11 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 3.2 blocks per game. And then you go look at March, 8.2 points, 9.4 rebounds, 3 blocks a game, and still shooting 66% from the field. In April, he's shooting 79% from the field because he's such a great finisher. And I also think he finished better than he did in Summer League, personally to me too. Because in Summer League, he showed that he had great hands, and he showed that he had the ability to finish with contact. And I think that's very important at the center position now because a lot of these centers are mobile and very athletic and lanky. You want to be able to catch and finish even if you don't dunk because it's important if you get the highest percentage shot as a layup or a dunk because it's right by the basket. And on top of that, Mitchell Robinson is 7 feet. You definitely want him getting those type of opportunities as easy as they can come around that basket. And I feel like in Summer League, he showed that he can finish, but I still feel like he went up a little soft. He wasn't as confident as he is right now. And that comes with experience and that comes with playing time. The more you get more familiar, the more you see that you can do it, it builds up confidence and then it just becomes a strength because everybody knows Mitchell Robinson is a great rebounder. Everybody knows that he wants to lob and finish around that paint. And he showed that he can do it at an elite level, shooting 60% from the field and 70% so far in April. So I definitely just want to see if they're going to try to make him a stretch guy or they're just going to let him play to his strengths. But he just has so much potential that I just can't limit it. I feel like that's something that coaches do. They can hinder you or they can make the best out of you. And I just want to see them challenge him and allow him to grow as much as he can. Because when you're getting a pick like Mitchell Robinson with this type of upside, you want to harness all the power that you can get out of this man. And I feel like he has so much more potential just being a rim protector and a finisher around the rim. Even Rudy Gobert learned how to pass in the pick and roll, and he learned how to become a defensive anchor as soon as he started. And he even became one of the better rebounders. Plus, he's getting more touches around the rim. They're not trying to force Rudy Gobert too much out of his comfort zone, but he was able to maximize himself in that role and continue to add small parts of his game. I mean, small parts of the game to his game to make him a better player and make his teammates around him better. Because just adding small little counters and small little tweaks are great because now they have to watch how they guard you and watch what they do because they really don't know what's going to happen. So at the end of the day, I definitely think Mitchell Robinson should be aiming for more. I'm not saying go out there and shoot threes every possession, but I can definitely see him do that because he can put the ball on the floor and get to the basket against most centers and finish. And that's what all the centers are doing. They're faking the three and putting the ball on the basket, going straight to the paint. And obviously, I'd rather him be by the paint than be at the 3-point line at this point. But at 21, the sky is the limit for this guy. Has the hustle, has the desire, has the work ethic, and really cares about his teammates and really tries to uplift them and really tries to help them defensively and cover for a lot of their mistakes. And that's what you want in a center, to be your anchor. And without Porzingis, somebody has to get that role. And right now, I don't really see a player on this roster at that center position, including Vonleh, that has the type of impact that Mitchell Robinson has. And it's scary considering that he didn't really get that many minutes and that much playing time, and the fact that he's only 21. The potential of this kid is unbelievable. And I hopefully David Fizdale, if he stays, or another coach, try to get as much as out of this guy as they can, because it seems like he wants to be great. He puts in the work and he continues to push himself and he plays hard. And those are the superstar DNA in your blood. It just adding the skills, adding the fundamental, being patient, not trying to rush him, trying to figure him out, trying to see what he can do better. And it depends on his teammates. Is the floor going to be more spaced out? Because personnel matter, and we're starting to see that a lot more as the team has evolved after summer league, going into trades and picking up players and getting rid of Porzingis for good. It do matter who's around you when it comes to being a great player. Sometimes you might have great defenders. Sometimes you might be the only great defender. You might be the only great offensive player, like we've seen Porzingis. And that does matter when it comes to getting the best out of your ability. So what I will say is I'm excited to see how he improves, and I'm excited to see how he grows and how he's going to be utilized over the next 2 to 3 years, because he'll still be 24, 25 years old, which means he can still develop and get even better. A lot of the great part about a lot of these one and done players and a lot of these players coming in at 19 and 20 is that 10 years from now they'll be 29, 30, which means they'll be in a prime 10 years from now. So when you drafting them, they might not be as good, but they got a high upside. And even after their rookie extension, their first one, they will still be able to be in their late 20s to early 30s for another 4 to 5 year extension. And now you're getting 14, 15 years out of these players that you picked up for $1 to $5 million, and they have to do that from 3 to 4 years plus the extension. They still be in their early to mid to late 20s and still be able to sign that extension before 30. So he can be a huge centerpiece of what they're trying to do in the future, or he can be a huge trade chip to brighten their future quicker. And I can see a lot of teams taking a gamble and a risk on a guy like Mitchell Robinson. He is raw. He's not a great ball handler, not a great free throw shooter, not a great shooter at all, and he can be a little bit too happy and get himself in trouble. But when you have a type of talent like this at 21, don't take it for granted. Don't rush it. Patience is a virtue. Build the right team, build the right personnel around them, and you can have something special. And I feel like the Knicks, they have been all over the place these last couple of years. They are known as one of the worst organizations in basketball, even though they is the biggest market. But at the same time, I got to give them credit. This last draft, they did extremely well when it came to picking these players and getting a steal in Dotson and getting a steal in Alonzo Trier. They going in the right direction. They needed some changes. They needed somebody that can scout talent, because nobody has really been signing with the Knicks. So they had to find out a way to literally get better and get some young talent. And they have done that this year with Knox and Robinson and Trier and Dotson, and then taking a gamble on Dennis Smith Jr., taking a gamble on Emmanuel Mudiay while still accumulating picks, picking up those players. So they don't really lose anything but cap space, but that doesn't really matter because they don't have nobody that they really want to keep and really can be a future player. Why not take a gamble on these young players with high upside, and you're not going anywhere, and if you don't get a free agent, you're going to be rebuilding anyway, so why not take a gamble on these young players? So let me know what you guys think. Do you like the Knicks' future? Do you feel like they can really build a championship team? Do you think they need a couple more pieces? Do they need Zion? If they get Zion, will they be a playoff caliber team with the right system and the right players plugged in around them? Or do you think 2 to 3 years from now, that's when you can judge them, because a lot of their players will be young, older, more mature, and more wiser and understand the game better? And if they can keep Fizdale down there, they can build a lot of chemistry and camaraderie together as a team and as an organization, and it can build a great foundation for the players in the organization, being together and all being on the same page. So at the end of the day, check out my website. AnalysisPlayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, AnalysisPlayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Thanks for everybody that likes the video, comment, and show support and likes on Facebook. I appreciate it and I don't take it for granted. Also, I make discussions just like this. I also do free agents, buyouts, summer league season previews, NBA breakdowns, NBA rookie breakdowns, NBA breakdown tributes to legends, and I also cover the NBA draft and everything NBA. I try to make a video every day, and I try to go hard when I do them. So if you enjoyed this video, check out my channel, check out my playlists, binge watch, because there's a lot of videos up. Thanks for the support. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching, and that's why I continue to go. And Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And let me know what you guys think about the New York Knicks and Mitchell Robinson and their future and his future in the comment section below.